Hi everybody, welcome back. It's nice to have you. I hope you had a wonderful week. Today we're going to start practicing and checking out what we did with our last project. You guys had to do on your own our hand with complementary and with analogous colors, remember? So your work could be with only two colors with the analogous colors, or it could have been only with two. Okay, and in your hand when it's complementary, since it's the opposite color from the color wheel, it should have been only two colors. Okay, so in my case I used red and green for my complementary, and for my analogous I used violet and blue. Okay, so I'm going to explain a little bit because I saw some of you didn't really remember what analogous colors and complementary colors were. So we're just going to do a quick review on what the colors were. Okay, so I have right over here my color wheel. I'm just going to zoom this in a little bit more. There we go. So we have over here my color wheel. I have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Let's not forget at first that in a color wheel we have our primary colors that are red, yellow, and blue, and our secondary colors that are violet, orange, and green. Our primary colors are called primary because of those are the basic colors to conform other colors in our color wheel. Then we have our secondary colors that are mixing up our primary colors together, getting a new color. For example, red and yellow make orange. That's why the orange is right in the middle of red and yellow, because combining these two colors we obtain orange. Okay, the same case is with blue and yellow. Mixing up blue and yellow, we're going to obtain green. That's why the green color is in the middle of blue and yellow. Also, red and blue make violet. That's why violet is in the middle of red and blue. So that's why the color wheel is formed in this way. Mixing up colors, we'll obtain our secondary colors over here. So as you can see over here, red, blue, and yellow over here are primary colors. Red, blue, and yellow. This triangle over here, these are primary colors. And violet, green, and orange are secondary colors. So you can see that's why we have the order of colors right here in our color wheel. Don't forget that, okay? So every time you work on your colors, remember how your color wheel has to be in order, so that way you will have an easy way of remembering your colors. Okay, so now that we know where every color goes in our color wheel, it's much easier for me to explain to you guys once more what complementary colors are. Complementary colors are the colors that are crossing neighbors. That means the ones that are in the opposite side of the color wheel. Let's say you have an ice cream store right across your house. That would be your complementary color. You have to cross the street to go to the ice cream store, right? So it's the same thing. Let's say I live over here and my ice cream store is crossing the street. So I'm gonna walk all the way over here to my ice cream store, and this is my house. So I'm doing a complementary thing. I'm going from my house to the ice cream store. I'm crossing the street. So this would be a complementary color, okay? So also over here, I'm crossing the street over here. So these are complementary colors, and I'm crossing the street over here. That makes my complementary color. That's why in my work over here with my complementary, I did green and red. Green and red are crossing the street. So I use that as a complementary. Green, red, green, red. Green, red, green, red. Okay? So, complementary colors, don't forget, guys. Remember crossing the street to get your ice cream? Those are complementary colors. So in your color wheel, this is my house, this is my ice cream store. I'm crossing the street all the way to the other side to get my ice cream, okay? That's a complementary color. Now, for analogous colors, over here, I used over here in my coloring sheet, I used violet and blue. right? violet and blue. They're right next to each other, right? So what I did over here, you can see I've got my red. What I did is extend my color wheel in a straight line so you can see better, okay? So I have my red over here, my orange next to my red coming here, then I've got my yellow that I transferred over here, I have my green, I have my blue, and I've got my violet. So actually let's pretend it's just a circle, and I just straighten up the circle so I have all my colors. I have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Okay, so my red is close to the orange. My orange is close to my yellow. My yellow is close to my green. My green is close to my blue, and my blue is close to my violet. Okay, so this connection over here is an analogous color. I cannot make an analogous color of red and yellow. I can't. I have to go first through orange. Now my orange and my yellow are analogous because they're really close to each other. I can't make an orange and a green. I can't do that. But I can do a yellow and a green because they're really next to each other. The same thing is with my blue. My green and my blue are close to each other, so those make analogous colors, and also my blue and my violet make analogous colors. Now there's a difference. My analogous colors, I can use all of these colors together because my orange blends with my red, blends with my orange blends with my yellow blends with my green blends with the blue, and the blue blends with my violet. So I could use all of these colors to make a combination of analogous colors. Meanwhile, with my complementary colors, I cannot do that. So with complementary, I can only mix two colors together. Okay, just two. While in my analogous colors, I can use all these colors to mix them up. So having these examples of what complementary colors are and what analogous colors are, guys, I want to ask you guys to practice a lot because you have to know this really well. I need you to know that complementary colors are the ones that are crossing the street. Don't forget, ice cream store and my house. Those are complementary colors. I have to cross the street to get to the ice cream store. And my analogous colors is having my circle and just straighten up all the line, and I'm going to have this over here, and I can combine the colors like this. Okay? That are next door neighbors. These are next door neighbors, and these are crossing the street. Analogous colors are next door neighbors, and my complementary colors are crossing the street neighbors. Okay? So guys, there's no homework for today. You're homework free, but I'm going to ask you guys to study hard. Remember, concentrate on what are complementary and analogous colors. I'm going to give you some worksheets that you can practice on. They're not to post on the platform, but they're for you to practice, to work a little bit on what you can do with complementary and analogous colors, because next class I'm going to give you a little quiz. Now that I'm explaining this, I want you to study because we're going to have a little quiz for next Friday. Okay? So guys, have fun working. If you want, you can also do this practice sheet if you want. That will help you a lot to understand what the color wheel is, which ones are complementary and which ones are analogous colors. If you want, you can do that, but you don't have to post anything in platform tomorrow. So please practice. I'm going to send the worksheets. Have fun doing it, and until next class that we're going to have our quiz, hugs and kisses for everybody. Bye-bye for now.